Oh, they doing different shit on here. You could do different shit now. I like that. What's the matter with my shit? Peace to the chat. Peace to the chat. Peace to the chat. Man, all bad. That's what I want y'all to see right there. That book right there. That book right there. That's important for us to understand right there. I got a house full of kids, so y'all just gonna have to deal with it. Shout out to y'all while I play this game. I'll chop it up with you. Y'all see the title. I'm kind of sorry I missed a pretty dope conversation earlier. If you're not familiar, y'all should get hip to Trigger Man, Tell 'em TV, Bang Bang, and a gentleman named Coach Do Sports TV. Uh, oh, there you go, right there. What's up, Coach? I was just bringing you up, bro. Black Gold, what's happening, God? Peace, peace, peace. But y'all read the title. It's gonna be a quick one. But I missed a dope conversation between a gentleman named Triggerman Tell 'em TV Bang Bang and a gentleman named Coach Do Sports TV. If you're catching this live stream late, he's in the chat. Coach is in the chat. Subscribe to his channel. Check him out. Pay attention to what the man says. Cause as I was driving to take care of the family today, I was listening in to Coach break down, how parents make these little bastards that that we got to deal with nowadays. I'm summarizing. Them ain't Coach's words. Those are my summations. It's just how I would say it. But he was speaking on, or they were speaking on, how the parents create these little bastards that we deal with in the world, specifically our community. Y'all know me. I talk strictly to my community because there's a lot to be said. So, as I was listening, it's it sounded like shit I talk about all the time. So I was in agreement with this man. You know, he hit all the points that were necessary. So I just wanted to build upon that. That concept of, if it's the parents that create these little bastards, those parents was little bastards as well, and it just goes back all the way back, and it continues to go back. So culture is developed, and if you're not new to my channel, you've heard me say many times that the quote unquote black family is cultureless in this landmass, and I've already broken it down. So if you want to hear my perspective on that, go back and watch and listen. Right. So let's fast forward to this to today to 2023 today. A culture, black folks, this conversation of culture comes up a lot. We built this. This is our land. It ain't. It ain't. But all right. And this is just a big jumbo mixing pot of different cultures, if you will, right? But when we look at the black family structure, when we look at the dynamics of the relationship between black man and black woman, black children. Hold on, y'all. Like I said, I got a house full. But when you look at you know, the dynamics. You see that we don't have a culture. We have an artificial understanding of what our culture should be. You see, you hear how that's way different than saying we have a culture, right? So, for instance, and this is hitting on Trigger Man Tell 'em TV, Bang Bang, and Coach Do Sports TV conversation. I'm just putting some 2 cents in, pretty much, right? When we look at the young boy, or when we look at the concept of a man in this landmass, make sure to hit the like and share, all that good shit. But when we look at the masculine principle, what a man is in our culture, quote unquote, our culture, which we don't have, but for conversation's sake, right? You, if you have a mind that actually thinks, and eyes that actually see, and ears that actually hear, right? You will notice that and specifically, I'm speaking specifics, the black boy that becomes a black young man, that becomes a black man, right? You will see that concept of what a man is a created perspective. It's a creation. It's not an organic understanding. It's a created perspective. When a young black boy comes out of his mother, the concept of what a man is imposed on him from opinion. It's not organically through a culture that he learns to be man. It's once you get here, a man is supposed to have this, a man better have that, a man gotta have this, a man has to have that. If you don't do this, you ain't a man. If you can't do this, you're not a man. It's a creation. It's a creation. And this is the first aspect of the brainwash, the miseducation of the Negro or the black boy. We go to the woman, it's the same thing, then, but it's not on the level of the black boy. It's not on that same level because we're dealing with two separate entities. When it comes to the black boy, it's what our cultureless culture deems fit. You're not a man if you can't do this. You're not a man if you can't do that. You're not a man if, okay, but when a woman is born, she's a woman because she's a woman. But when a boy is born, he has to have all these things added onto his already malleable mind. He doesn't even understand himself because the culture of people that he is coming from doesn't have the old wisdom, doesn't have the natural steps of a culture. It's not there. So he's already coming into an artificial world with artificial perspectives given to him by artificial parents. And now they go to school. Now, mind you, this whole conversation is linked to the great conversation dialogue that Coach Dude and Trigger Man had. If you put 2 and 2 together, you will understand. It's a bigger picture, right? Now, when he goes to school, school doesn't teach him, not even trying to learn a savage world, Coach. See, let's skip that part. We're not learning into a savage world. We're thrust into this motherfucker and programmed by our programmed parents, aunts, uncles, friends, etc. of who I'm supposed to be and how I have to be and what I have to do and what I can't do and all of this fuck shit. Now, when we go back, we'll go, I'm just throwing a number out there, a ballpark figure, of course. We'll go 100 years back. I'm just using a number, just so you understand my point. You can take it back to its proper timing, right? But when we go 50, 60 years, the family structure, even though it was still somewhat limited to artificial world and culture and landmass, the men took care of the boys to become men. You understand what I'm saying? The fathers were men from a culture, not a routine. That's not the word I'm looking for. but a culture, or a way of living. Yeah, a culture. They understood what a man's role was. They understood what the woman's role was without a female saying, you can't tell me what to do, or any weird shit like that. It was what the man's job, role, aspect, perspective, whatever is. This is what a woman's is. Now, when a man knows and is groomed, for lack of a better word, when a man is groomed, a young man is groomed by other men, now he can have dialogue honestly with himself and with other men. Now the relationship of a young man to a man is established. Now an understanding of how a young man operate with other young men, other young women, etc., etc. Now it starts to come organically through a culture. So when Coach is pointing out the aspects of, now I'm summarizing once again, but when Coach makes it very plain and clear that it's the parents who are fucked up and artificial. And many of us are fucked up and artificial. We just don't want to own up to it. We rather, point the finger at the motherfuckers and shit. Then we give that to our children. And when they fucked up and they act like zombies, now we have a problem. Only because a zombie doesn't realize it's a zombie itself. So it's easier to point outwardly. A cultureless people cannot teach a young child his culture about himself, his culture about his community, his culture about his relationship with his reflection called the woman. Come on, y'all. So we have to look at it for what it is, but act on it. See, the thing is, we love to talk. Niggas love to talk about how shit is fucked up, or who's fucked up, or what they did that was fucked up. We love that shit. We eat this shit up because once again, we are artificial beings. You see the numbers will go down when you start bringing it to people's front door. I love this type of shit. I love it. But when we go to, like I said, let me bring it back. When we go to school, they're not teaching us these things. They're not teaching us our culture or what a culture is comprised of, how culture operates. And when I say culture, it means the people, the ancient wisdom that's passed on from lineage to lineage, if you will. That is gone. That is no longer a part of the quote unquote black community. That's no longer. Because if it were so, you would already be like neck and neck with my conversation and understanding. When we go around the world, especially Africa, right? And titles used loosely when I say Africans and shit, because understand where these names come from. But for simple understanding, when we look back at the ancient ways, and it doesn't have to be ancient, for time's sake, ancient, right? We have different tribes of people, different communities of people, different cultures of people. The Masi, the Samburu, these are two of them. I just named you two of them. When we go back and we look at them and we look at their culture, we see that the young boys were groomed, for a lack of a better word, were separated from the women, the young ladies, for long periods of time, years. Because it takes time for a young man to become a little boy to become a young man, and a young man to become a man. But he can't know man if he's never experienced man of his culture, if he's never been a part of brotherhood. He can't know the dynamics of his masculine principle. He can only get it from TV. He can only get it from music, movies. He can only get it from an artificial place. Well, guess what? That artificial origin is going to be in his mind. It's going to become him. So now you have another artificial child who has to grow up with the concepts of an artificial world on what he's supposed to be, and if he doesn't live up to it, and all of these misunderstandings. It's the only thing I can do, Coach. It's the only thing I can do is keep it a bean. I rarely come on here now. But even before, when I come on here, I don't talk out the side of my neck. I don't talk for a motherfucking opinion. I don't talk for a motherfucker to say, yeah, that's right. No, I keep it a bean, whether you like it or don't like it. It's the facts of life. And if you can't motherfucking tap into the facts of life, you probably ain't gonna fuck with me. Because there's a couple, there's motherfuckers like me, you know, we do exist that are straight to the point. We don't need to hold you niggas up too long. We don't need to do none of that. We don't need to sit up here and try to, you know, wow you with words and lure you in with feel good talk. Fuck all that. The conversation that Coach Do Sports TV and Trigger Man Tell 'em Bang Bang had was a great conversation. But not even that they missed anything. It's just, I guess I could only be, I had to be the one to present this aspect as well. You know what I mean? And so we have to look at this. And for the ladies out there who, or the women out there who have daughters, I'm talking to y'all too. So take the rules that these corny ass rules that apply to the young black mind and adapt them to the young female mind, young black female mind. Because the young women ain't got shit outside of self other than bitches to look up to. Coach made another great point. The booty hole brown bitch. Niggas love that type of music. You look at any of the bitches in the music industry, all they do is flaunt sexism in this hypersexualized society, and we fucking love it. We love it. Niggas love the most ignorant shit. Let me turn my camera around. Niggas love the most ignorant shit. Love it. Can't get enough of it. Can't help but to get online and talk about it. Can't help but to talk amongst each other about it. Let me say that. I just need this, you know, to be understood. You have to get back to building and developing culture. If you honestly believe as a black man or black woman, and if you're new to my channel, I use color codes very loosely to the point where I don't even say use loosely anymore. You should just know I'm using them bitches loosely, all right? It has to develop. So we have to develop our culture. But guess what? Niggas don't read. Negroes do not read. Negroes do not study their culture, their past cultures. They don't study their history to know their cultures. They don't study their history to know the two tribes that I used as an example of how the men, the young boys, are developed into men by other men of that culture. Yikes. Yikes. You know what the argument is? We in America, it's 2023. Oh, that means absolutely nothing. What does that mean? Well, you know, it means my culture is American. What's American culture? Let me show you how deep this goes, though. I know niggas don't even want to see this title no more because they're like, okay, we read it. That's enough. I've read enough today. I know. But let me show you how deep this goes. Anybody and everybody has Google. You can search shit, right? I don't mind if the down all the way because I want you to go check this out. If you can multitask, watch this and Google what I'm about to ask you to Google, fine. But if you can't, leave, come back and tell me what it say, right? Or shows, either or. Somebody, anybody. What's up, Cynthia? You like to go research and look up shit just like me. So go look this up. Look up. This is what I want you to do. Go to Google. I'm going to give you a step-by-step. Go to Google. I'm going to give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you at Google. Type in the words, 2 words, slave food. Type in slave food. Go to images and tell me what you see, please. Somebody. I know what is there, so I'm going to wait on y'all to go ahead and do that. And please do respond back when you do it. I'll wait. I'm gonna wait. Dead ass. Just to let me know if anybody even gives a shit about what I'm saying, right? If you can't do a 10-second Google search, I know you ain't listening to me, bro. Somebody go do that real quick. What's up, we them boys? Salute, King guys in chat. Keep on speaking the truth. That's all I can do, bro. And I'm gonna continue it. You got it. Say less. Say less, bro. But I asked my chat to go do something. Go to Google search, type in slave food, go to images, and tell me what you see. I'll wait. If you want me to get to my points, well, come on, tell me what you see. And then I can move on. This is how I test if my motherfucking people on here is really scientists. Like, I asked you to do something simple like that. Can y'all do that real quick? Do I gotta put it in chat? You didn't understand what I said? Let me put it. I can't even type in this motherfucker. How do I type on here? I can't type. Okay. Thank you, coach. So, we got movies like Soul Food. We have stores that open up, little shops called soul food shops that we gonna get off that slave food. But to us, we call it what? Soul food. Now, if you understand what you're witnessing when you go to Google that and you see this thing we call soul food, good food, niggas love this, chicken, greens, cornbread, delicious. If you don't understand what you just witnessed, bro, I can't put it no more clear, bro. Look at what you just Googled. You Googled slave food, and they showed us what? Soul food. Why is that? I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. They don't want to hear you, King. You making niggas feel uncomfortable about their peoples. Good. Very good. The first step to progress is learning how to be uncomfortable. The same way y'all, to the shoe fitter motherfuckers, right? The same way that shit might feel uncomfortable when you hear me put our people on blast is the same way I felt when I realized it. Ooh wee, let me say that again. The same way y'all might feel fucked up about me putting our people on blast is the same way I feel when I realized it. Now, when I get back to zombies, when I use terms like zombies, zombos, Negroes, niggas, it's all the word slave. If you ain't know, now you know. If you don't like being called a slave, being deemed a slave, being represented as a slave, then you should understand what the fuck you talking. Hold on, y'all. These kids bad as shit. Got a house full of kids. What's up, Monique? Peace to the gods. Always peace to the gods. Now there's a book, Miseducation of the Negro in Our History. Those are two books I've been giving you. I've given you two books. And funny thing is, y'all could have got this book from me, but nobody wanted to participate in my book giveaway. Listen to that. A motherfucker was giving books away and still couldn't get support. That just, shit like this just, it solidifies what I know already about our people. Motherfuckers is slaves, bro. Slave-minded, slave everything, just period. I feel that. I'm sick of slave-minded. Thank you. Thank you, Monique. Like, listen, I don't have any uncomfortable feelings about saying this shit because I know what I'm talking about is a fact of life, not a fact of my motherfucking opinion, nigga. You're a slave. Oh, you can't call me. Well, you call yourself slaves. Wait a minute. But you didn't know that because you weren't taught these things. This would be part of the thing called culture. Knowing what you are and what you motherfucking ain't. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. You're doing too much, King. You can't just pop up on a live stream randomly and start barking on niggas, guys. Yes, I can. It's too much information, Monique. Motherfuckers be like, no, bro, I graduated high school. I don't need to read no more books. My kids got school. I read enough, cuz. What is reading going to do? Well, you act on knowledge, right? You're supposed to act accordingly. When you gain wisdom, you act wise, motherfucker. The fuck? Let me hit my square, because I be getting into my shit, bro. I be getting into my shit. So make sure to hit that like, share this shit out, hit the Cash App, hit the Patreon, join the Patreon, bro. I don't know why people are sleeping on the Patreon. Like, for 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 what's there, and for the people who already are part of the Patreon, for what's there, you are not going to find it anywhere else other than either a law library or law classes. Yes, you can, sir. You know how I feel about our people and those fools. Fuck them. Let them keep getting slaughtered. Come on now. Come on. They are running to that motherfucking chopping block. Yes, you can. So, you know, even right now, I'm multitasking. I'm writing a book. I'm doing a live stream. And I'm on daddy uncle duties. You feel me? But I don't need to open this motherfucking book. After I understood it, I applied it to reality. I made the corrections. Now my job is to give motherfuckers the game. If people don't want to appreciate the game, I can't do shit about that. You figure, okay, history and law go hand in hand. I just put on my community tab, I have 81 videos of history alone. No law, history, our story. Since motherfuckers like those mythological wordings and shit. It's not television, it's tell lies through the visions. My God. No, okay, so guess what? I have our story. 81 videos of our story. And it stretches from every piece of land. And with every piece of land, guess what that's connected to? Culture. Goddamn. Can you make it make sense, don't you? Yeah, I do. Now, on my Patreon is law. Why? Because law and history go hand in hand. Oh, I've heard that saying before, but I ain't never actually looked into it. You probably still won't, but hey, it is what it is. This landmass is predicated upon law. Ignorance of law is no defense on our end and those who push quote unquote law on us. They look at it as shit. If the information's out there for Negroes to know law, they are choosing not to know law. So we're gonna keep fucking them over. They're gonna keep bitching and moaning and complaining and saying the same cliche shit about law and government, but they will never do anything. You ever heard of a nigga named a man named Malcolm X? Yeah, he tried to give you all this same game. Only difference is in that era, motherfuckers had their ears open and was willing to put in the work for their culture, for their people. Now it's fuck each other. Now it's, hey nigga, kill this nigga, slide on this nigga. You know, fuck that bitch. Hey, get that money out that bitch. Break that bitch's purse. Let the bitch break the bitch. You dig what I'm saying? This is how we are. Let the bitch, and I gotta call them what they are, let the bitch get on TV and talk about her pussy and her booty and her titties and how she sucked dick and how she tricked niggas out of money and how she a bad bitch because of these type of things. And here we are, Negroes, being Negroes, running right behind them, making their sales skyrocket, making their plays on the radio skyrocket. This is what niggas do, bro. Niggas ain't got no enemies other than niggas. If you still want to blame white people, you can blame them for only so motherfucking much. After that, it's your fault. No, it ain't. It's white people. We was enslaved in the slaves, in the slaveries, and boy, if you don't shut up. What's up, Manny? What's up, bro? I'm about to get up off here. I came to say what I needed to say, type shit. It just baffles me that niggas is worried about everything but the shit they need to worry about. and are okay with it. And when somebody like myself or somebody else comes with the game to give, niggas be like, oh, that shit sound dope, cuz. Yeah, that shit sound dope. Yeah. And then they might go right back to it. It's like, there's a show on the Sci-Fi Channel. There was a show on the Sci-Fi Channel called Z Nation. One of my favorite shows. One of my favorite shows. It's like 8 seasons and shit. In this show, they have different levels of zombies. They have their full-blown zombies. They just want to eat brains and body parts, and that's all that they do. That's it, nothing else. They walk around all staggering like zombies and everything. And then a step above those motherfuckers, they had talkers. Zombies that could talk, have conversations. And then they had the special zombie that could not only talk, not only walk, but could function like a human. It's called Z Nation. Black folks are at the top and the middle levels. Because black folks know their own fuckery. And yet they continue to promote their own fuckery because they've been artificially downloaded, programmed. There's a book, I'm giving you a third book. There's a book called Dark Psychology, Banned Manipulation Strategies. Dark Psychology, Banned Mind Control Tactics. Something to that degree, right? I've read that more than once. The Art of War, Behold a Pale Horse. All of these books are programmed into my mind, right? And they deal with the manipulation, the artificial culture of the people. I'm specifically talking about black folks, but these books talk about how the tactics and the attacks are used. Not specific to black folks, but the tactics. When you understand the attack, you understand the defense necessary. If you have a mind of a warrior, obviously, if you were one of these, bitch boys, you're just a victim, motherfucker. You're a victim. Well, it's very simple to understand. We've been programmed. We have the same cliche defense mechanisms. We have the same cliche conversation points. We have the same shit over and over. And we use the same excuses over and over and over and over and over and over and over. It's our fault, but we don't do shit. See, that's what I'm saying. The walkers and talkers zombies. This is what I'm saying. They know that it's our fault. We know it's our fault, but we don't do anything about it. We just talk a good game because it feels good, and we go on about our motherfucking business. And we hope that somebody else heard us talking good so they can be like, yeah, that nigga know what he talking about. Bro, fuck you talking about. I don't want, and I don't think, and I'm pretty sure, those of you who do know me know that I'm a walker and talker. I don't just be like, hey, let me sound good for some niggas on the internet and then go back to bullshit. You've seen my family. You see how they operate, how they are. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, very respectable, blah, 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 blah. Because in real life, I'm actually giving back, helping the community, helping people. A lot of the shit I don't post because I know you bitch-made motherfuckers out there would be like, well, if it was a good deed or you was just doing good shit, you wouldn't put it on the internet. I just want the negative shit. I just want you to show me some negative shit. When you show me the good shit you do, you're just trying to get bragging points. You see how fucked up we are? To the display of good shit is hate somehow. Some weird fucking shit. So, this is why I always recommend books. This is why I have many videos just showing books. You've seen my library. If you're a part of my Discord, you know my library is on there. You know you can go to my library on Discord and download any book you want. Over 100, 200, damn near 200 books up there. I don't see nobody else doing anything. I hear motherfuckers sound good. They sound good. And we love sound good shit. I know we do. I know it's one of our addictions. We just can't shake that shit. I know. I know. But knowing that, I have to be just as consistent with promoting the right shit. Just as much as we love the negative shit, I'm aware that I have to promote the positive shit. So since niggas love entertainment, I even posted this. My all black playing cards. I promoted this to the family. Since niggas love entertainment, here's an easy way to learn something. There go my guy. There's an easy way to learn some shit. This is an easy way to impose culture upon your family. What? But this gets overlooked. Motherfuckers were saying, oh, those look nice. Okay, bitch, well, go get you some. Now you can teach your kid. While y'all play goldfish, motherfucker, what you talk about? You can play spades with your family who probably ignorant as hell of their culture and history themselves. And just give them little tidbits. Little tidbits. Now you're building. Now you're actually doing something productive. Now you're doing something, right? This is a good way to connect with your child and give them some of their culture. Would you know? Would you look at that? Let me cut it out. Let me stop. Let me stop telling the truth, y'all. My bad. Even though African American doesn't make sense at all. Just for my scientists out there that pick up on shit like I do, don't even worry about that part. This stupid ass African American. I told y'all who made you niggas African Americans too. I told y'all that too. Y'all probably wasn't listening, but it's cool. Oh yeah, that's a creation. Another creation. I'm African American. Please, bitch. Please show me Africa, America on any map ever, anywhere. I'll wait. But we'll run with it, be comfortable with it, be cool with it, never correct it in conversation, never do none of that. I love y'all. That's the only fucking reason I come on this shit and speak the way I speak. Because I talk like this to people in regular life, real life, not a phone. Exactly, coach. I brought that up, what, almost a year ago? Just for the chat at least. I've been told my YouTube channel that, but I'm speaking in the more recent times. About a year ago, I told niggas that. If you go back to some of my first videos, I already broke that shit down. But this is what we do. We run with it. And in regular conversation with your mama, with your daddy, with your uncle, your aunt, your grandma, grandpa, African American, black, niggas, you're slaves. You're all fucking slaves. Oh, he being disrespectful. No, I'm not. Not me. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm telling you the facts. You're black? Oh, okay, cool. You's a nigga? Oh, okay, cool. So you're a slave? No, now you're not a slave. Wait a minute. You're confusing me now. Which is it? Which is it? Yep. Hold on, y'all. So once again, family, I only come on here to keep shit real, put that shit in your face, put some paint where it ain't, talk about shit we can do, be proactive. I gave you things to do. I gave you people to look up. I gave you book references. I give you everything I can, knowing out of everybody who stopped by and listened to me today, maybe 2 of you motherfuckers is gonna do something. Be Negro. It's all slavery. I mean, it's all slavery, bro. And then you know, we can go into the history, the Nagas, the niggas, the netters, and you know, I can go. I've done it already. It's on my channel. That's why I don't go back over shit no more. If you ain't see it, go watch it. Right? Be what you want to be. It's all slavery. Negroes, niggas, niggers, It's all the same. Blacks, it's all the colored, it's all the same. You're a slave. It literally comes back to slave. I'm not I'm not bashing. I'm telling you what they didn't tell you. Or they won't tell you. Or they haven't told you. All you have to do is say, I don't like how this nigga King Oz be talking. Let me go study and research so I can prove this nigga wrong, come back and let him know he was wrong. If you're doing that, I applaud you. Why? Because that's all I want you to do. The fact that you're going to go study to prove me wrong, I got you to go study. I win. I got you to learn something. I win. You win. We win. You see how this fucking works, bro? Like, I know my channel ain't supposed to be for YouTube. I know that. I know that. That's why I went to Patreon. If you give a fuck about any of this shit I'm talking about, y'all need to hit the Patreon. I'm not trying to do a sales pitch. I am honestly telling you, if you want to gain wisdom, intelligence, understanding, you need to go to my Patreon. Because not only is there law, there's symbology. Now you couple those two things with the history that I put on my community tab, and you combine that to create a solid foundation of wisdom, you'll be unfuckwittable. You'll be unfuckwittable. It's cheap, because I know niggas is like, oh, I'd rather take the free shit. You on here right now giving me free shit. I'll just take this free shit. Oh, this is limited conversation. This is surface level for me. This is surface level. It's lightweight deep. I'll give you that. It's like 6 foot. But I'm trying to take you into the deep waters, and that's where Patreon is. That's where I overload the mind and its ignorance with intelligence. And then now you're conflicted because now all of this shit is starting to come together. You're starting to make sense of the smoke. It's like, oh shit, I get it. Damn, nigga, really? Yeah, really, bro. So now when we have these conversations, I'll feel safe with putting you on here. You know? And even when you break down Caucasian, like I'm gonna keep my jewels, bro. Never mind. I was about to break this whole little shebang down because I'm reading the chat. You see, I haven't acknowledged certain things for a reason because there's so much we don't know. You hear me? When we go to Caucasians, African, once you start to learn etymology, ooh-wee, you'll understand why I acknowledge certain shit and don't acknowledge a lot of shit. Because I would be up all day, all night trying to combat all of this ignorance. I just keep my mouth shut and open it when I need to speak only. And that's what we need to get back to. Shut the fuck up until you know what not the chat, but just going back to culture. Knowing that when you speak, you should only speak out of intelligence and wisdom. If you're not going to speak out of intelligence and wisdom, then what you're saying is ignorant. By definition. Probably, Stephen Thomas, probably. I'm not building on nothing deep. I got a specific point of conversation. I'm sticking to that. Now, I done broke all of this shit y'all talk about down in the chat already. That's what I'm saying. I don't need to repeat myself. Go to my community tab, go to my history section, and go crazy. With that being said, family, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This is why I do this. You're not gonna find another channel like this. I know channels in the ballpark of conversation, but they don't break that shit down. They do a lot of feel-good filler, and then they'll say a point or two and, spread that shit out. Consistent, continuous knowledge, wisdom, and information is all I'm gonna do on here. One point in time, this land was one big land. Talk about the Pangea and shit. Like, once again, go to my history tab, bro. Yeah, Sir Manny. You see what Sir Manny say? I'm already in that Discord library downloading all the books. Like I said, I got like 100, 150, close to 200 books on that bitch. Not just my books. Other members of my Discord knew to the mission. They stuck to the mission. They put them books on the Discord. They know the library is sacred. When I die, the whole library is going to go with me. But guess what? I have a literal library in this other room. I have a literal library of notebooks, notes, points. So if I go, as far as the knowledge and the wisdom goes, my children have a library at their anytime they want it, and they're in school, and they correct their teachers. They're not scared to do that. My oldest one, she just wants to pass sometimes, but I'll be on her neck because they was just talking about Hercules and the Greeks. If you don't have my Patreon, you wouldn't even know the whole video breakdown I did. But if you go to my history section, you will find it. Tell his mama. I do this. I do this. So once again, show me support. If you don't want to show me support, be a sponsor. Donate to my cause. Donate to my Patreon. Become a member. Put some paper in my pocket so I can keep expanding. I mean, why not? If you want to be progressive, you got to back those motherfuckers that have the right intentions and the right delivery. I mean, goddamn. That's all I can say. I love y'all. I'm gone. Peace.